welcome to another book slash knit vlog. Today I'm not gonna do anything that requires being serious because I just had my last, hopefully last final of the semester yesterday, and I don't feel like doing anything because it's like a week into the semester break and I still haven't even had a break. So we're gonna have a break today because I feel like I might not have passed that final because I've been in kind of a weird mood and I wasn't really able to focus on studying. So I honestly would not be surprised if I would have to take it again. That being said, I just want to enjoy my time today, read or listen to audiobooks probably, maybe go on a walk depending on the weather, knit obviously, show you I'm gonna get a package today, hopefully show you that. That's gonna be kind of a little bit of a gamble, but more on that later. I woke up like an hour ago. I also oiled my hair, so we're just gonna ignore that. I woke up like an hour ago and I had the most Carrie Lake-esque dream ever. I was on this island and it was like dark and I had to, I don't even know how to describe it. I think I had to, it's so hard to describe dreams. I have it in my head, but I just don't know how to describe it. Well, it was this island and it was dark and there was a long table on it and people were sitting on it and I was sitting there too, and then I left and then there was this little, not cave, like a little, where the water comes in. I don't know, I'll put a picture, maybe I'll find something. And there were little kind of like windows, like little holes in the stone, and there were plants in them, or maybe like corals, I don't really know. And I had to do something with those so I could get some information or something. I don't really know. But the whole vibe of the dream was very Carrie Lake-esque. I think the book I'm thinking of is The Isle of Sin and Shadows, even though the way that my dream looked didn't really have anything to do with it, but just the vibes. Anyways, so I'm really in a reading mood. I do have Anathema Part 2, which is called Eldritch, I think. I have that, but it's a huge book. But I currently have an audiobook subscription, so I'm actually gonna start out with seeing if I can maybe listen to that book, because I've been craving, I've been wanting to read, and I have been craving to read something like Carrie Lake, so I could just listen to Carrie Lake. Okay, Eldritch. Okay, so the audiobook site only has Anathema and Nocticadia, which I have both already read, so no need for that. I also, when I went to uni yesterday, I knew that I was gonna have some spare time, so I brought Blood on Her Tongue. Don't let the bookmark fool you, I haven't started this, but this is another book that I would like to read soon. There's always so many books with similar titles, so I need to put the whole thing in there. It's not available. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do now. Maybe I can find similar books to Carrie Lake's books. Is that a thing on here? I thought I was gonna be able to listen to one of those books, because the thing is, I have so many knitting projects right now that I would rather listen to an audiobook, and I got the audiobook subscription specifically for February because I knew I was gonna have time to knit and or read or try and do both at the same time. I don't really know what to do now. I'll figure something out with the books. Let me show you the project I'm currently working on. I'm actually working on 2 projects and I don't really have time pressure, but I feel like I'm putting pressure on myself to finish these projects because I know that there's more yarn coming in the mail for birthday presents and I want them to be done basically the day that they get here. That's not realistic, but that's what I would like. Anyways, so this little girl in my family, her birthday is in July, I think. And I have a bunch of this scrap yarn that's perfect for summer clothing, so I decided to make her a little summer top. I'm only finished with the front half so far. The back still looks like this. So I also eyeballed the size because I figured if her birthday is in like 6 months-ish, then she would probably grow because kids grow so fast, I think. So I made it a little bit bigger, hoping that it was either gonna be like a relaxed fit or just fit her regularly, but I don't know anything about kid sizes, how fast they grow, anything, so I just kind of eyeballed it. But yeah, I just need to finish the back panel, which is basically gonna be the same as this one, just not with the neck shaping, just a straight line. And then I need to do ribbing, and I'm thinking I'm either gonna do a 1x1 rib, like just a little, like maybe 3-4 rows around the neck. I was also so scared that, because I feel like kids are so small but their heads aren't that small, because my head is like for 56 centimeters, I think, and kids are like around 50, so they're not that much smaller. So I was scared that if I was gonna do an I-cord edge and it wasn't gonna be stretchy, that it was not gonna be able to fit over her head. So I might have made this a little bit too wide, but then I also feel like in kids clothes the fit doesn't really matter that much because they're just like little, you know, so it's just gonna look cute either way, I think, I hope. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish off this back section, and then can't really touch it right now because it's a little bit, I need to first figure the whole situation out. But I did unravel my Millie sweater that I knitted a while ago because I wore it the other day and I just didn't like the way it fit, especially with the neck shaping like kind of falling off my shoulders, but unintentionally, and just kind of it looked weird. And then I also did a extremely non-stretchy bind off at the bottom, and that just kind of also made the shaping weird. So I decided to unravel it, and now I'm just gonna make a basic turtleneck raglan sweater. I honestly also just eyeballed because I feel like with raglan you can't really go wrong because it's just gonna, like, I can just make it bigger or like more relaxed or tighter or whatever I want just by adding or reducing the raglan rows. So I feel like it's just gonna fit. So I'm just gonna kind of trust the process on those because I don't know, I'm just in a weird mood recently, so I'm just gonna trust the process on all of my projects. And then the stuff that's gonna come in the mail today, it's a little bit tricky because the picture of the color that I wanted is gray, but they called it purple, like the color number name is purple, and I emailed them because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be gray or purple because I would like gray. And the worker emailed me back saying she checked in the warehouse and she thinks it's in the middle of gray and purple. And I don't really know what that is because it could be like a grayish purple or it could be gray with a little bit of purple. So we're just gonna have to see. And if that doesn't work out, then I'm gonna have to return it and get a similar yarn somewhere else because that's the exact yarn that fits the pattern, but it's like half the price of the yarn that's actually in the pattern. And it's another present, and I honestly cannot spend this much money on all of the presents that I'm gonna knit this year because I have to buy the materials, make them, and that's kind of a lot. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna look for an audiobook and then we're gonna knit together. I'll let you know what audiobook I pick. Also, if you have any book recommendations that are similar to a Carrie Lake style book, please let me know because I love her style so much. I've read Nocticadia, The Isle of Sit and Shadows, and Anathema, and I have Eldritch. I think she has a duology that's Nightshade or something, I don't really know. I know that it has a very creepy little doll on the cover, so maybe I'm gonna read that next. I don't know. I'm also very interested in this book because apparently the summary of this is Would You Still Love Me If I Was a Worm? Because there's two sisters and one of them not turns into a worm, but like turns into a little bit of a monster. So we will see. I'll be back. Alright, I have narrowed down our audiobook selection and it's very random. We have The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black, The Sirens by Amelia Hart, Babel by R.F. Kuang, and The Crucifix Killer by Chris Carter. It is very random, as I mentioned. I'm not really sure what I want. I've been watching so much Criminal Minds, I think I might go for The Crucifix Killer, but Babel would also be great because I've had that for a while now and I really like R.F. Kuang's writing. The Sirens is just a book that's intriguing to me, but I think it might be maybe a little bit too boring for right now. And The Prisoner's Throne, it would be good timing because I kind of sort of recently read The Stolen Heir, but I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for it. I also only have 20 hours available and The Crucifix Killers is 12 hours long. I think I'm gonna go with The Crucifix Killer. It's kind of a random pick. Oh, I could also see if they have Darcy Coates' Dead of Winter. No. Okay, because that's the thriller that's on my TBR. I actually don't have that many thrillers on my TBR currently. And I actually removed The Crucifix Killer from my TBR because I did buy the book and then I resold it on Vinted because I thought I just don't really care about it. I don't really want to read it. But then now it's sounding kind of interesting. We're just gonna go with this. And as I mentioned before, I'm just gonna pick up these stitches again and start working on this. I'm gonna start with this project because I'm pretty sure I can finish this in like 1 or 2 hours, and then I will continue with my sweater. So this is perfect. A little summer kids colorful top and The crucifix killer. I'm also instantly gonna turn up the speed because this is just way too slow for me. I think I'm just gonna go with 1.5 directly because the book is in German and I should be able to understand this. And then it also wouldn't be 12 hours because I would actually love to finish a book today. That would be the perfect scenario for me. Finishing my knitting project, finishing a book, getting my final yarn order for this one project that I'm doing, and also continuing my Millie Sweater 2.0. That would be great. I am 20 minutes into the book and I don't like it. It's giving the exact same over-recycled thriller written by a male author with the male main character named Hunter. And they're all the same and I don't really like it. So we're gonna switch to The Prisoner's Throne. Also not as fun as I was hoping for. Obviously Blood on Her Tongue and Carrie Lake books aren't fun, but they're interesting to read and I would like something like that. But unfortunately I can't have it. So we're gonna listen to The Prisoner's Throne. That one is also 12 hours long, so that's great, I guess. I already finished the orange panel off the top, so now we're going back to white and then a bunch of fun pink colors. I also, wait, let me show you the other side. I like the way it looks with the reversed rainbow thing, but I don't like the yellow and orange color. I think the yellow is too dark and dull and the orange is way too neon-y because the bottom colors, like these, are just perfect. And then there's orange and I don't really like it, but I don't know. I feel like it's also fine and I think the little girl is probably not gonna care about the shade of orange, so I'm just gonna keep going. I'm still in such a weird mood and I don't like it. But yeah, we're just gonna distract ourselves with listening to The Prisoner's Throne. I think this one's in English. Yeah.
A novel of Elfhame, written by Holly Black.
The sun is out and I just got some grades in. I got an A on my major class that I'm doing, which means that I just was finally able to sign up for the rest of my major classes because I was waiting on that grade because that class and getting a grade in that class is a requirement for the classes that come after it. So I just finally have finished planning my semester. It's gonna be insane because I'm taking 15 classes and the recommended range is like 10, but I need to get this degree done because one, I'm over it, and two, I only have one semester left where I get a scholarship, where I receive a scholarship. So we need to keep moving, we need to do this. Also, knitting update, I am on pink. It's so little. It's so cute. I'm on pink and I only need to do like one more row of pink, I think, and then do purple and then the 2 blues, and then I'm already done. The only thing that I didn't think about is all of this. All of these need to be woven in and I don't like that. So I think I'm not gonna do that today because today is supposed to be like a positive, relaxing day and sewing in ends is not relaxing. So I'm gonna keep that for the next movie night or something. Yeah, I'm liking The Prisoner's Throne so far. It's not the vibe that I wanted, to be honest. I might just read a bit after this project because Blood on Her Tongue, I'm so sorry if I keep repeating myself over and over again, but Blood on Her Tongue is, the book's not even that big. So maybe I could even finish this while, like, start today and then finish it as I'm studying over the next 1 or 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna still keep listening to The Prisoner's Throne. It was a little bit confusing at first because we start in the past, but maybe I didn't hear it, but I didn't know that we were in the past and I was a bit confused about where we are. But then it started on chapter 1 and that's where we left off in The Stolen Heir. The book's over there. That's why I keep looking there. And now I'm caught up and I'm 7% into the book and I feel like it hasn't even been that long. So we're just gonna keep listening to this and finishing my project. It's vlog time. I'm wearing sunscreen for the first time this year because it's sunny and not just because skincare and stuff. I'm so excited. We timed the walk perfectly because my wool order just got here. Sorry, the light is kind of bad. But that means I now get to pick my yarn up. I closed the blinds because the sun is so bright. Can we deal with this? I don't think so. Is that better? I don't know, because I can't see now. Anyways, I just cut this box open. Let's see what the color inside is. If it's gray or purple or mixed. If it's good. Oh, they sent me a Valentine's Day card. One skein says more than 1,000 words. And a little booklet. I already have this one though. I am not sure actually. I think she described it perfectly with being gray and purple. I'll need to look at this in a few different lighting situations. Against the gray background here, it definitely looks purple, but I think it's also kind of a nice color because like this is also gray and you can tell that it's a lot more blue toned, but I kind of like it. We're back with the dots. I think it's kind of a nice color. I think I'm gonna keep it. It is kind of purple. It did not look that purple on the photo, like on the product photo thing. It's nice though. It's not as fluffy as I thought it was gonna be. It is 80% cotton though and only 20% baby alpaca. But I don't know, what do you think? Like this way it's definitely purple, but like this it's kind of gray. I think I'll need like 2 to 3 business days to decide. I just finished the top I-cord edge. I think this is the best way to see. I think it looks so cute. It's still rolling a little bit, but I think blocking is gonna fix that. Just the tension is a little bit, that made it worse. The tension is a little bit off still, and now it's rolling like this. I'll fix it. Blocking is gonna fix all of my problems, I think. And now I'm just gonna do the same thing on the bottom. And I'm still debating if I should do an I-cord edge on the sleeves or not. I'm so sad that I didn't think of the Sophie scarf I-cord edge for the sleeves as I was doing them, because that would have looked so perfect. But it's too late now, and I don't think I can do an applied I-cord edge in so many different colors. And I don't know, I kind of like how it looks, so I might just leave it. Obviously I'm gonna sew everything together and stuff, but I'm just gonna be working on, I'm a little bit worried why it's still like, maybe once it's like on the body then it's gonna not roll as much. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on the bottom, and I am like 25% through my audiobook. Exactly 25%. I'll put a spoiler warning in case you are currently reading the book or wanting to read the book. So spoiler warning. Currently Ren and Oak have met again, and I'm interested to see how it goes because I'm not really sure why they're meeting again, like what the plot behind it is, I guess, because they're always plotting. Everybody is always plotting in this series, so I'm wondering who has plotted what in this occasion, on this occasion. So yeah, I'm about to find out, and I'm gonna continue on my I-cord. Alright, now that the kids t-shirt is kind of done, let me show you my next project. This is the current state of my Millie sweater 2.0. As you can see, it's looking a little textured because this is what the yarn looks like. Because I didn't really care to wash it before starting this, just to wash it again. And according to my research, it should be fine. We will see. But yeah, this is how far I am. It's just a basic raglan construction, and I don't know if you can tell what's happening from the back. I'm just trying to kind of lay it out. It has kind of a tighter turtleneck. I know that this wool stretches kind of a lot when blocking, so I know that it's gonna be like a little bit looser, but I wanted it to be pretty tight, not like a big turtleneck. And it's just rolled over one time, and I think it looks really nice so far. So this is the next project I'll be working on. Good morning, everybody. I worked all night the day before yesterday, and then all day yesterday on my Millie sweater. My friend came over and we knit together, so I didn't film much, but we are about to separate the sleeves and the body. This is the current state. I wanted it, I know that this yarn stretches quite a lot with blocking, so I didn't want it to be already super oversized. So I think this currently has like 10-ish centimeters of positive ease, and I think it looks so good. Obviously it's always hard to tell how it's gonna look if it's just a little poncho at the moment, but I'm so happy with the color. I think it looks so nice. I think I'm gonna have to kind of sew the collar on here a little bit because I don't like when it does this. I don't think that looks good. I think it needs to kind of stay down, so I might do that. But I'm so happy that I decided to unravel this project because I like it so much more already, and this is so much more me than the sweater. Oh, there's a squirrel. So in front of my window there's 2 trees, and one tree is occupied by 2 squirrels, and one of them just came back with a nut in their mouth, and then the other tree is occupied by 2 of these birds. Don't know the name of them, but apparently they're bad because they like make the small birds go away. But I think it's so fun that I have 2 little neighboring couples. Anyways, I'm so happy that I decided to change this sweater up because I already like it so much more now, and I'm about to, I don't know, I might do like 1 more row, but I think I'm ready to connect the body and then get started on that. I just wanted to start filming because I thought I was gonna show you that I was gonna be done with my body part. I am not. I don't know why this always happens, but I always think I'm like way further than I actually am. But I think it's looking really good. Obviously the wrinkles from the weird, I've showed you this so much times, the weird texture of the yarn. That's what's kind of throwing me off because it is kind of noticeable. It doesn't look as flat as my usual knitting. But I think it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the sizing. I like that it's not too oversized because I think it would look weird with a kind of tighter neck if it would be like super big. I think I have maybe like 10 centimeters more to knit for the body because I do want the ribbing on the sleeve cuffs and like the edge of the sweater to be kind of longer. I think I want them to be maybe like this long because I really like the look. And I think it would probably look really cool with the turtleneck, I think. I don't know. So I think I'm only gonna knit like down to my belly button probably, maybe even a little higher, and then make like super long ribbing. And again, this yarn really stretches out when blocking, especially in the length. So I don't want to make it too long because I don't want the long ribbing to be then like tucked into pants and stuff. I want to show it off because if I work 4 hours on it, then I want people to see it and not just it being tucked away. So I'm not gonna make this one super long. So I think it's not too much longer, but still a little bit to go. But yeah, here's my update. It's so nice to have the sunshine on my face because again, it feels like it hasn't happened forever. Anyways, I'm kind of on edge today, so I picked my nails, and as you can see, they're supposed to be round, but one of them came off. I used this peel off base, and you're supposed to be able to peel it off, but I was not supposed to do it just for fun. So we're gonna have to redo this nail. I'm gonna start out, actually I need to file them and polish them first. But I'm making some pretty good progress with my knitting project. I think I might actually finish the main part of the body today, meaning the like before the ribbing. I think I'm gonna be able to do it, which is gonna be great because next week is supposed to be really cold, so maybe I'll actually get a chance to still wear my sweater this winter because today it's looking kind of springy and I don't really need a warm turtleneck in the spring, but that's okay. I'll find other spring knitting projects that I can do. I just need to make sure with this peel off base that my nails are absolutely clean and smooth, otherwise it won't come off. But I think I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, knitting for me, like from the start, has been kind of a coping mechanism because I picked knitting up when my dog was dying, basically. She had a heart condition, and it was like I think 2 or 3 months, 2 months probably, where it was getting like progressively worse, and I just used to sit on the couch with her and knit, and that really helped me. And right now I'm going through something stressful again. Nobody's dying or anything, but it's just stressful, and knitting has helped me a lot, just kind of distracting myself, and it's kind of a meditative It's like meditation. Yeah, because I can just focus on this one thing and it's just really, really nice. And I've stopped listening to my audiobook. I'm starting to watch the last episode of Criminal Minds. It's gonna be kind of sad when that's over because I've watched Criminal Minds what feels like my entire life and now it's just gonna be over. Hello. But yeah, I am about to start the last episode, but I thought I would do my nails first because after I'm done with this, it's probably gonna be dark. Okay, that feels good. I'm not gonna put any dehydration on this because I'm scared that it won't come off if I dehydrate or like dry the nail out too much, so we're just gonna go with this straight away. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that hobbies are a great way to take your mind off things, and especially knitting is just such a therapeutic, that's the word I was looking for, I think. It's such a therapeutic thing for me because I can just really focus on the knitting, and whether it be color work or increases or just counting the rows and trying to get my tension perfect on every single, I forgot the word, on every single stitch. It's just so therapeutic, and if you haven't tried knitting or like any other similar hobby, you should definitely give it a try because it's just one of the greatest things that I have discovered in my adult life. Okay, so now we're gonna use the little lamp. Let this cure. I also think I'm a little bit on edge today because yesterday I found out that I did not pass the final that I talked about the first day that I started this vlog. It's not really surprising and I was kind of close to passing it, but I didn't. So I need to go over all of that stuff again and just be better next time. The next final is gonna be in like 2 weeks. So my uni break that was supposed to be all of February is basically over because I need to start studying again, which isn't super fun, but it's okay, I'll manage. All I want is just to pass this class so I never have to think about it again afterwards. I finished nail, so now they all look nice again. I'm not sure if I actually like this color. It's this brown Crumbs and Comfort. I thought that it was gonna be more like a really, really dark brown, and it's just kind of a regular brown. So I would have... Who is walking the stairs up so loud that I can hear it the farthest away from the stairs that I could be? I know who it is. Anyways, I thought this brown was going to be a lot darker, and yesterday night I thought about maybe buying black from... I'm not sure if you're supposed to mix... Like, these are not like regular nail polish, it's with the UV light thing. I'm not sure if you're supposed to mix products from different companies. I currently am mixing products because these two are from one company, but the light and then the other stuff that I have is from another company. And I was thinking maybe I could mix in black into this brown and make it darker, but would that have to be a black from the same company? Because as far as I know, the other company is available at my drugstore, and I don't really want to order somewhere and pay shipping for one nail polish, and I really don't need any more colors because I already have my favorite ones. My favorite ones are Revital Base Fiber in Rosy Blush, the perfect neutral, natural, pinkish, super beautiful color. And then my favorite actual color is Dark Cherry, and that is just, you can probably tell, but maybe I'll put a picture up. I can't even open it. Anyways, those are my favorite colors, so I don't really need any more colors because I know that I'm just going to be using those until I'm out of those. And I'm not really a fun colors on my nails girl, and I'm not talented enough to do... Oh, I forgot that I need to clean that off. And I'm not talented enough to do designs, which I would love, but I cannot do that because my hands are too shaky. But now that my nails are fixed again, I'll probably just keep watching Criminal Minds, and then I'm planning on making something nice for dinner today, so I'll probably talk to you when I'm cooking and when I have a better, bigger sweater update. Hi everybody, it's the next day. I feel so much better. I woke up today, slept in a little bit, like stayed in bed a little longer, then I went to the gym, I just did an everything shower as you can tell, and now I'm ready to show you the final progress of my sweater in this vlog. It's so good! I'm already at the ribbing. I think I want the ribbing at least double the size, and this is like 13 rows I think right now. And I'm so happy with it. I think the length, I don't want to put it on right now because I'm scared that my wet hair is gonna affect it somehow. It's still a little short. Like right now, it is right at my belly button, and I think like another 5 to 10 centimeters should be perfect, including how much it's gonna probably block. Also, the noise in the background is the air fryer. I don't know if I just mentioned that. But yeah, I'm so happy with this, and I'm so glad that I found knitting and reading and all of the creative things as my little emotional outlet and coping mechanism, because it's just so much fun. And then at the end I'll have a sweater that I can wear. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kind of little bit chaotic vlog. I feel like I've been going through it, so please just excuse me. I'll be better next time. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me for the past couple of days, and I'll see you very soon with the next video and probably a big sweater update. So see you soon.